Hello, Barbara. You've been involved in Grassland Hasmoor Big Local since the very beginning. What do you think it is that's made it so successful?
We have a lot of experience in community stuff and working in a collective, non-power-based way for the good and benefit of the wider group. We don't have a P in our politics at all. It's just not there. That's not the case for other groups involved. And if you're talking about a shift of power or a suggestion that's come from the wrong side of the table, it would be rejected purely because of that. And our mantra in Grassland Hasmoor Big Local has always been match funding. We've always wanted every single project not to just be gifted money, but to be able to use that money as a seed fund or as a 10% contribution to third party, whatever it's been. And so that's why our £1 million will have grown. Well, we're guesstimating at the moment because we don't know the final figures, of course, but we already know we've well exceeded 2 million in what's brought, well exceeded that. And I think that's also bewildered people that actually you can get that kind of money if you go about it the right way with the right organisation and you fill the papers in and you get your timeline sorted out. That's what can happen.
Through creating Grassland Hasmoor Futures, is you've ensured that there is a body that's going to be and trying to make sure that everything is of community benefit beyond Big Local, haven't you?
That was the really big thing we wanted to do. We said, okay, 10 years, that is fantastic. We're all fed up of these 1, 2, 3 year projects that just, you hardly get them started before they're gone. We're fed up with that. That's brilliant. But that 10 years will roll on so quickly that we've got to get cracking at day one.
Big Local, it's enabled you to build buildings.
Yeah.
And it's enabled you to build partnerships, and it's enabled you to build community activity in many sheds and the chair-based exercise and the youth activities and lots more.
Yeah.
And it's also enabled you to build infrastructure, hasn't it?
I think it probably has. And I think one of the things that I take the greatest joy from is the way it has brought people out into their community who have contributed, who otherwise have just been members of the public just to go about their daily business. They have really committed to their community in a really meaningful way. Now, a lot of people do that, and they become councillors or they become whatever they become, but not just ordinary folk doing ordinary stuff and just pushing up the sleeves and decorating the Christmas tree or getting the grotto ready for Santa to turn up or whatever, and just drifting back into the background again. I think that's what it's really done. Some people say, oh, it's always the same old people helping. That is not true. This summer, those summer activities were supported by a raft of volunteers, some who just appeared on the day and said, oh, you're a bit short-handed, I can give you a hand there. And that's really empowering, I think, because now we've got those people. They understand they can play a part in the community. You haven't got to be a councillor to be able to do something useful. You don't need to be a school governor to be able to do something useful. Just regular Joes can do really helpful things. I think that's amazing. And I don't have any agenda about that particularly. That's really what we need to be doing is getting people willing to contribute.
But you've also got Grassland Hasmoor Futures. So you've created a new body that is going to be there for lots of years, hopefully.
If Futures has a future, that will be the biggest legacy, because it will be something, as you say, that will be beyond the local politics, and it will still combine the two villages. Lots of people who are genuinely involved, and not just the 14 on the partnership and our non-voting chair, but people beyond that. And so when it comes down, like the summer activities, when it comes down to, well, can you pull this off? Yeah, sure, we can pull it off. 3 or 4 emails, a couple of phone calls, the teams are there. And it was hard work. And there were 2 or 3 people putting an awful lot of time and effort into it, more than others, you could say. But everyone was doing their bit, and that made it work. And that's why we delivered over 1,000 picnic meals and 400 and something of kids registered. And my main mantra in life is you never know where the Mozarts are. You never know where the Mozarts are. And so there's Mozart in everybody. Going back the whole 10-year thing, I'm so pleased we didn't just hang around on day one, but we did crack on and did have the 18 months 15-month, 18 months review and get that consultation out there and get that work done. And then really, where were the gaps? Where were the holes? what can we do around this, and build a really big team, and want a big team, not just want 3 or 4 people around a table, but want significant numbers from each village, so you do have that representation.
Thanks so much, Barbara.